Just imagine you wake up one morning, you got a scratchy throat, slight fever, but you have an important meeting at work that you've been preparing for weeks. Do you call in sick, potentially disappointing your colleagues and jeopardizing your professional reputation? Or do you take a few aspirin or painkillers, put on a brave face, and just hope for the best?
Oh, please pick A. Joining us on the Kogo News Live Line, HR expert and the founder and CEO of Exceptional HR Solutions, Neil Katz. Good morning.
Good morning, LaDonna. How are you today?
Doing good, not sick, strangely. And I'm not a fan of people who come in sick.
Right.
Why are people doing this?
LaDonna, that's a great question. Why do people come in sick? Because they have two choices. Either lose that time they have banked so they could take that great vacation, or come in sick and work and not have to use that time that way. And it's just the pressure of work. We're seeing it across the board from employers, colleagues, and everybody around. You just need to be in the workplace. I don't agree, but I'm just telling you the trends we're seeing.
So, Neil, tell us about sick shaming and what that is.
Well, Ted, great question. What is sick shaming? That is kind of what I somewhat describe, which is people shaming people for taking a sick day, not being in the workplace, and putting that burden and pressure on others to really do their job or cover for them or support them. And it's colleagues and sometimes managers shaming others to feel so guilty they don't take that sick day or that time away from work, and they come into work. And the worst part is they infect others.
Well, yeah, pretty soon you've got a workforce down because of one person. So, I mean, I'm like here we have sick days and we have vacation days, and those are two separate banks of time. Are people do other people not have that?
Well, Donna, great question. In California, that's a very common feature. Throughout the rest of the country, generally speaking, they don't. They have what they call PTO, or paid time off, and it's one bank. So imagine you get 10 days a year off. If you have a choice, use a day to be sick or use a day to add on to that vacation and go on to the beach or go for a hike. Most people are going option two.
So, Neil, let's say you're really sick and you've got the flu or you've got COVID and you've got 3 sick days left, and that's just not going to do it. I mean, you need to take a week. You need to take more than that. What do you do?
Well, what you should do is take the time and either your employer will allow you to take that time, even unpaid. But what we really see is people can't afford that. So what happens is they'll take the 1 or 2 or 3 days and then come back to work partially recovered or somewhat recovered, because they don't want to either use those 3 days or they just can't afford it. And in the economic times we're at, it's hard to not be able to work and get that money you need.
Let me ask you a question, and this kind of has to do with it, kind of not, but since you're an HR expert, why is it that when you leave a company, you are able to get your vacation time, but you're not able to get your sick time? If they're both benefits and you accrue them, why do you get one and not the other?
You know, Ted, that's a great question. And one, it's really how it's structured and how companies build it. Companies could pay the sick time out, but it's been a standard practice for as long as I've known to never pay out sick time. And it's always been, so what companies will do is do what we call an accrual system. You'll accrue or earn that vacation time, and then when you exit a company, they normally will pay it out. But what I will tell you, and the bad news is we're starting to see trends in companies not paying it out and building their policies to not pay you when you leave vacation time. We're not there yet, but we are starting to see some early signs of that potentially happening.
Oh, I will cut you. I mean, I would. I've earned that. No.
That's not right.
That is really not right.
All right, HR expert and the founder and CEO of Exceptional HR Solutions, Neil Katz. Neil, thanks for the information.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a great day.
All right, you too.